Well, good afternoon, everybody. I'm glad you're here. I'm Marty Whitney with ARTitude Adjustment, and I teach fun art, not fine art, to just about everybody who will come to my class. I'm taking care of the computer right now so I can see your comments when you come in. I hope you'll let me know who you are when you come in and where you're from if you can. This is a class that I teach on Facebook Live every day, Monday through Friday at 3 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. So if you are here, I am glad to see you, and we're going to get started in just a minute. But I wanted to tell you, yesterday we started painting some Christmas gnomes. They could be Thanksgiving gnomes, though, except it's in a Christmas bag. But it isn't that they're wearing a Christmas outfit or anything. But I have a template of the gnomes, and I will be happy to send you a PDF or a JPEG so that you can duplicate this. Look, I'm talking to you with paint all over myself. I have been touching up some things. Hi, Lekka, nice to see you today. Yeah, nice that you're here. I have been touching up a few things because after I left you yesterday, I'm thinking, these are goofy looking gnomes. I mean, first of all, let me say, welcome to the show. I'm glad you're here. And don't forget to come in and say howdy. I appreciate you being here. And who you are. In case you wondered, the name of this is ARTitude Adjustment. And I am, every week we do a new project. This week we're doing gnomes on a bag, and I'll show you that in just a minute. But I wanted you to know, if you are not on my business page, which is called ARTitude Adjustment, this is the address. I don't know whether you'll be able to see it or not. It's not very, it's kind of faint. But that is the name of my Facebook page if you are not following me already. So let's get rid of that. And this is my YouTube page in the event that you miss some of the show and you want to come back and watch some of the beginning of the show. So, like I said, we are, let me see if there's anything else. I do write a travel blog. My husband and I travel in our RV, and we are at our winter base right now. That's where I am now. I teach ARTitude Adjustment at Florida Grand Motor Coach Resort during the winter months, and then I go around to different RV rallies. And I will teach when I'm invited to private groups usually. So, but I teach not just seniors, I teach everybody. I even have some classes that I offer children. So in the event that you know someone who may be interested in painting, and like I heard one person say they hadn't picked up a paintbrush in 20 years, this is just a fun place to be because you might feel inspired, or you might start getting that little creative urge to pick up a paintbrush, and that's what I hope that I'll inspire in everybody. So don't be afraid to be here and looking at what I'm doing. So I'm in our classroom right now. I teach here, and it gives me a wonderful place to come and paint too. I do paint my RV, but it's just a little closed quarters. So let's get on with the class now, and I'm going to show you some of the things I did. Because like I said yesterday, these guys were looking goofy. One thing that I didn't care for in the Goofy Gnome was that I didn't care for the eyes showing. And I looked at some patterns that other people had made of gnomes, and their eyes aren't showing. If they were showing, like these were, they looked like little beads. And so I went ahead and put his hat over his eyes because he's just like the others now. And I gave him a little bit more distinction, and went back and painted his top hat different. So that isn't the end of it, because I can't leave well enough alone. And so now we're just going to go ahead and we're going to go on to the next gnome and try to, I don't think I'll finish him today, but I'm going to be close to it. So let me put this might be better to keep it like this, because I can show you some, I can zoom it in, and that really shows up the defects of my painting, really. So, but we're here to learn. And if you have anything you'd like to say or comments, if you'd like to, just feel free to hop in and say something. So I'm using some small detail brushes on this because it's not very much to paint. I might have a little bigger brush when I start painting this guy's robe, but it isn't that much, and he's going to have a little bit different look than the first guy. And I just thought a gold robe on this fella would look good. It's strictly, if you wanted to do it another color, you can, whatever paints you have available. And if you found, this would be a cute idea for a canvas bag. I noticed that they were 50% off at Hobby Lobby the other day. So I can just tell by looking at this that it needs a couple of coats of paint to really make it look better. So that's not a big deal. We'll just work through this and see what we like about it. And like I said, if you'd like a template, just let me know and I'll DM you and send you a copy of it so you can print it out and use it. And like I said, this would be cute on a lot of other things, not just, see, I'm covering up his eyes. You might want to see his eyes, but I don't. They were little beady eyes. And he's looking anyway, he's looking out under that. Now, I'm going to let that dry a little bit probably and come back and cover up some more of this. Let's just see. I love these little gnomes, and I'd see people making them, and I love them, but you know what, if I make them, that means that now I have another craft project in my room, and with all of the supplies that go with it, and that's okay, except I have no more room, and I bring it over here to the activity room. There's not any room here either. Hey, oh, I'm so glad you do. My friend Sandy is here, and she's going to want to paint. Like I said, it doesn't have to be on this bag. This is a Christmas bag that I bought at Walmart, and, well, could be cute. Hey, Diana. And, but whenever I saw it, I thought, this would be a cute idea to give to someone for Christmas, and put their gift in it. Sandy's going to want it. I know she is. But this bag was on sale for, I mean, it isn't a real pretty bag, but it was on sale for like $5 at Walmart. So I thought, so I think I will paint that, paint a little figure on it. Now what I'm going to do after I finish painting this is I'm going to put a couple of coats of polyurethane on the top. I have a matte finish that might work out well. All it's going to do is protect it from the weather, and this needs to dry. You see, if you weren't here yesterday, I use let's see if I can point this out to you. I use a Uniball Signo marker for my white lines, and they do a great job on this. I didn't know whether it would take, so it did very well, and it lasted, till I could get the project on here. And I'm just trying to cover up those lines now. I didn't know that I would, but it looks good to just kind of cover them up as you're painting. Yep. Yeah, the blue and yellow does. I needed something besides Christmas colors. Actually, and then I thought, well, you're going to think this is a Florida boy right here, because he's kind of got on that Florida turquoise beachy color, but he's not. He's in full wool little wear. Okay, let's see here. I'm just going to paint his, I've got a little glare that I'm working around here. And I've got a lamp on me. If I have a little better lighting, you don't see all these wrinkles. They said that was good for you. So, see, you don't see all my wrinkles. Just kidding. Doesn't bother me. But the light does help. It's just that right where I'm working, I'm getting a little bit of a glare. Okay. Okay, now if you've never been to one of my ARTitude adjustment classes, hey Kara, then they're held about 2.5 hours. We have a lot of fun, and I usually will incorporate humor, and we get a project done. And I've been doing this for about 9 years. So during the winter months, we stay at Florida Grand Motor Coach Resort, and it's filled with snowbirds. And we're not snowbirds, but now we know what snowbirds are. Definitely. Okay, I'm going to try to move this so you can see it. What do you think about his shoes? Are those okay, or do I need to put some in? They kind of look like, remember spats? Isn't that what they were called? That's what they look like. Maybe I should paint that brown and black. Okay, this guy is going to have, now yesterday this one has gray, a gray beard, flowing beard, ratty gnome beard, and then he's got a bushy mustache. Well, this one is going to have just white, and I might try to get it a little bit wirier. I've never seen a gnome with hair that cooperated. Have you? I used to think where we stayed, we used to live in St. Simon's Island, and I used to think where we were was filled with these little gnomes, because it was very old property. And you could just imagine something like that in those old trees. Just when you catch on to a gnome beard, it's over. So, hi Susan. Oh, nice to see you. I love it when people hop in here and they haven't been here in a while. Did y'all get settled? You've had a lot going on in your life. Okay, so now all we're going to do right here, well, I've got to take care of, you know, yesterday whenever I got through, I thought, this is the rattiest gnome I've ever seen. I just can't go on with it. You know, you feel that way about a lot of projects sometimes. And you say, it's just, I'm not happy with it. So anyway, I worked with it a little bit. And I made some changes that made me a little bit happier. Now, what I'm trying to decide is if I want to just, after I do this, if I want to just stop and not put anything else in back of him, like a big old Christmas tree or something, or do I want to just let me see, I'm trying to get it so that you can see. Okay, there, little me. So if you've got any ideas, let me know. It does appear to get a little bit better when you work with him a little while. Just darken the paint a little bit, put some more coats on there, work with him. And but isn't that the way it is with just about every project? You just kind of like step back. Oh, I've got to have a little flesh nose. There you go. So, still some little things in his beard. He's going to have, I think I'll make him a little gray mustache. It'll show up a little bit better that way. Okay, let me see, there was something else. Are there any questions, or would you know, then after we finish this, I knew that we'd be finishing the gnome project before the end of the week. And so what I'll probably do is I have some napkins that I'm going to paint. And I'm deciding on, those are going to be Christmas gifts. And so I'm going to find what I like. And you know, another thing that this zoom points out is I can see in here where I have missed little details of paint. It shows my own little, what I've done. And I'm not that particular, really. I just can't stand that, though. Okay. The other thing that I'll do is, yep. I might add a little more contrast on his nose, make it a little darker flesh. And also just kind of do some detail to his walking stick. Oh, I know what I wanted to do. This I didn't care for. It kind of looked like he was wearing spats, didn't it? It's okay. I mean, but I'm gonna leave the other guy okay. He's different. He's kind of a gnome. Okay. I'd like to thank you for being here today. Thank you for showing up, and I hope that you'll tell your friends that there's a crazy lady that has a paint show at, I'm not crazy, a paint show called ARTitude Adjustment at 3 o'clock every day. Your grandchildren can watch, your children can watch. It's not dedicated to the senior population. And I teach a lot of different ages, like young Susan and, let me see, young Sandy. They're young ones in my classes. So I hope you'll come back again and see how this looks when it's finished. So y'all just have a great afternoon. It's a great day to have a great day. And let me know if you have any suggestions or ideas. Y'all be good now.